So I think we've all seen how good all these 6K, 7K leaders are getting, right? We've got Roger down the line. We've got blue, purple Luffy, a lot of crazy, strong leaders with really high power, right? So I thought, let's try that out for ourselves. Let's become an 8K power leader for Robin, right? Because we can utilize this Luffy and this kid. Obviously, there's better decks to try this with. However, I don't know. I think the idea is that we can at least maybe ramp back a little bit. I've tried this before with Robin because I wanted to try this Luffy in other decks besides the black purple Luffy, right? And some people were running this in green purple. So just trying this out. I'm not saying this is a good idea. This is most definitely not a good idea. Yeah, we can maybe hide behind the fact that we can become an 8K leader, right? We have a lot of blockers, but we don't have any healing here. We do have Gum Gum Giant, of course. That's like the most busted defense in the game. But I just want to become an 8K leader one turn. I just want to try to balance it out, right? We'll have to utilize our leader ability, utilize the Katakuri and the Kid blocker to get us some Dawn back. I wanted to try and put in like the Sanji Pudding or maybe just the 3-cost Pudding to give us back even more. But it's just not, I don't think, it's just not enough space. I don't know, for what I'm trying to do. I think I would get it too far away from the idea. But before we get into this, if you guys like silly deck ideas, make sure to leave a like, subscribe. Let me know any crazy things you've been cooking up down in the comments. And if you want to support this channel, you can check out the links in the description. I've got a coupon code for Nen Garden. You can use my code StrawHatPecan for 5% off on top of any of their sales like they're running right now. You can pick up some really dope playmats for a little bit cheaper. But let's get into it. Robin is our purple and yellow 4-life 5K power Straw Hat type crew leader with Banish, and then when attacking you can pitch a card with trigger, ramp 1 as rested. So we're running 4 of the Law Searcher to pick up a lot of our Straw Hat stuff, right? And also has some counter. There are a lot of bricks in the deck, so obviously we have our other Searcher that can actually pick up the Kid and the Luffy, right? But that's only a top 3 Searcher. It does have a trigger, which is nice. So those are our 2 Searchers. We've got the 5-cost Kid to get us a Dawn back as active whenever you Dawn minus. He's also a 6K blocker, 1K counter. We got our Luffy that if your opponent's at 5 Dawn, you can on play and when attacking Dawn minus 2. Your leader becomes a base power of 7K. Now it is very expensive with that Dawn minus 2. That's an entire turn. We don't really need to get to like 9 or 10 Dawn because the biggest thing we're playing out is 8, right? And then that 8 cost gets us a Dawn back on top of that every turn. But with this Kid, we would be Dawn minusing 3, which is a lot, right? He is on play when attacking Dawn minus 1. Your leader gets plus 1K power to the end of your opponent's next turn. Then we got our 8-cost Katakuri blocker, and a turn you get a Dawn back as rested, and then you can restand him and another Big Mom Pirates of a cost of 3 or more is active. He's our only Big Mom Pirates type. We got Olvia, just 1 Dawn to buff your leader by 3K. A nice 2K counter also cycles out of life with a draw 3 trash 2. We got Beji, most annoying like yellow 2K counter trigger in the game, right? So many people dread this card. We aren't running the 0-cost event because this one is searchable, being Straw Hat Crew type out of this. Not with the Law because it has to be a cost 2 or greater, right? But this also ramps us out of life, which is kind of nice. We got 3 Saw blockers, just a nice free blocker out of life. Also a trigger that we can pitch with leader ability. We got Frankie, another searchable Straw Hat. Also a good 2K counter, plays for free out of life and draws you a card if he is your second to last life or lower. We got Robin, 6 cost. This is just also really good to get out of life. It on play trashes your opponent's life if they have 3 or more. But it plays out of life a cost 3 or lower yellow character. So if Saul or Olvia is in our life, we can play either of them out, and then Olvia will buff us 3K for the turn. So like imagine we're in 8K and then go to 11 by triggering this out of life. That'd be kind of crazy. Or we can just play a free blocker. We got 3 of the 0-cost events, the purple one for Straw Hat Crew. We've got our Searcher for top 3 for Straw Hat, Kid Pirates, or Heart Pirates type. And then we've of course got Gum Gum Giant. So that's the list. Again, it's not great, but if I can at one point have like these 4 on the board, it'd be kind of cracked, I guess. I don't know. There's a lot of setup and it's like not the best. I don't know. It's going to be like a balancing act for sure. But last time I played with this card, it felt awkward. And honestly, if you just take out the 7 cost, like this might be a semi better build, right? Maybe put in like the Big Mom, the 9 cost, because she works really well with this Katakuri and also can heal you, right? And pitch a brick for that, or just some other heal like the Yamato or something like that, or just a better card, right? But let's get into some games and see if we can pull this off. Oh, we got Enel. This might be one of the ones we could actually do it against. We'll keep because we have a ramp option with Robin, unfortunately, but also we kind of punish Enel just so much, being that he can't just rely on his triggers from life. So we'll pitch Robin, ramp. Next turn we can play out Luffy and then just wait, right? Because he won't be at 5 Don anyway. Ooh, we get 2 cards out of his hand, 2 2Ks. Lovely. If we had another 6 cost, that'd actually be really punishing for him, right? But we can play out the Luffy on 6 Don. He won't really have a good way to remove it. We won't be able to use his effect even because he'll be at 4 Don, so we wouldn't even get that plus 2K. But then the following turn we can play out Kid and then use it and get a Don back. Oh, that's a big swing. So that's fine. We'll go 6 at life, pitching. Do I need a ramp to 7 to 9? No, probably not. He takes there, and we pass. He got rid of a 2. So that's 3 2Ks out of his deck so far. So that way we'll at least get 1 turn of use out of this. If he uses an 8 cost Katakuri on his next turn to get rid of this, we have a second one in hand, which is nice. Maybe if I went up to 7, 9, could I have played out? No, I'd have to get like a lucky trigger out of life to ramp me an extra one, right? Actually, no, I could have. Yeah, no, I possibly could have. Yeah, he's just going to go 9. That's fine. We'll lose a life. That's fine. A Gum Gum Giant. That's something, right? Let's go. Actually, I could just Robin. That'd be the sake of winning. I don't care about winning. Gain an active. Yeah, if I had pitched last time, I would have, because of that active, been able to play out 2 of them, which would have been kind of crazy. Brule. That's pretty good. Let's go here. Search for another Luffy, maybe. We can't pick up the event. I mean, that's our only option, right? Yeah, I probably should have just, because now he can just block, which sucks. That's okay. We'll pass. And we're at 7 to 9. So I guess if he gets rid of this Luffy... Oh, he's KOing the blocker. Okay, so the Luffy stays. We have another blocker. That's fine then. It's just unfortunate he doesn't have anything to play out. Oh, he's going to swing 9 here? We have 2-1, right? Yeah, because we are a 7K leader. We just don't have the Kid, which we didn't see in the search. So, don't know where he is. He's down there somewhere. That's just how it's going to go, probably. Yeah, 9. We'll go 2 and 1. Okay. We'll go you. We'll go here. Get an active. If we had a second Kid, that'd be pretty good, right? If I go Giants, that would probably be really bad. Yeah, probably really bad. We also just haven't seen another Katakuri. Just awkward hand for sure. I'll just go something in life he'll probably take, right? Yeah, and pass. We could have split and swung here 1, but then he would have been at 1 life, right? So it just cycled for him, which we don't want. We'll see. I don't know. We're at 8 Don, so I guess I can Gum Gum, which is nice. Don't like that. Okay. Can I get out of that? Oh, he's going at life? He's going to be a 2 in hand? Huh. We'll take Veggie. The most irrelevant Veggie probably we could get. Okay. What do I want to do here? If I play another Luffy out, just have another body, right? I would have 4 Don left. I could go 11 at 11. 7. No, not enough. I really just want to get rid of the Enel. Really just want to get rid of the Enel. Maybe he doesn't have any counter. Maybe he doesn't have any counter. Right? I'd rather pressure a card out of hand. Right, yeah, maybe. We'll do, sure, let's go here. Actually I can do this. Get an active. And I can go 12 at him. If he doesn't have a 2K, that's nice. Or if you get through the entire hand, also nice. We do get rid of him, nice. And then we'll go just 7 at life and pass. We don't have Giant, but we have 2 2Ks and we're a 7K leader with a blocker. Right. If he does go 12 with like another one of them. Yeah. We'll have to take for sure. 2 life. Another blocker. That's hype. We'll just leave 2 up for Giant, I guess. There's a Katakuri. Yeah, actually 3 blockers. Pretty alright, right? Let's go 7. Gain an active back. We'll keep all 3 Dawn open. Okay. We might just actually win here. If... No, I don't think we should swing with one of our blockers, right? I guess I can, technically. Because I have 2. Let's see what he trashes here. Actually, I think I might have perfect math. No, I might be off by 1 Dawn, or 2 Dawn, technically. I could have maybe mathed it out better. Actually, no, we should have perfect math. Never mind. But it's a little late. I wanted to keep open for Giant. Yeah, fair enough. GG. So we didn't get to become an AK because we just didn't see the card. But honestly, yeah, Luffy kind of fun card. It's probably not the best. I don't know. I really haven't kept up with like Robin builds lately because I don't know if she could keep up with some of the current meta, but I'm having fun with this at least. We got Sabo. We're getting first. We can find Luffy off of this combo. Yeah. And then we'll have our pieces, right? This is not that bad. So if we find Luffy, right, we'll get to 6 Dawn, play out Luffy, no effect. Following turn, 8 Dawn, we play out Katakuri. We'll go down to 6 up to 7, 9 the next turn. So then we'll be at a pretty stable spot to be playing out Kid. So hopefully all is well when we find the Luffy, right? It's either like you find all of them or like none of them, but that's what happens when you have 4 ofs in the deck sometimes. Hey, there he is. So that's good. We'll have to pitch a 2K, which really sucks, but we have to rely on the fact that we can be a pretty high power leader. And we did take first from him, so that's another turn of him not swinging at us, right? And he finds ace, so that does suck. Let's go here. I probably should just pitch this for counter, to be honest. We'll take a second Luffy, I guess. We'll go 7 at life. I'll have to pitch you. Don't know. He lost a Kid Killer. That's good for us. Less aggro, the better. But since he plays out a lot of rush characters, Luffy will have something to swing at. Oh, that does kind of literally ruin my entire plan. That kind of ruins my entire plan, I realize. Well, you know, no matter how big my leader gets, it just dies to Shiraya. 7 will take no effect, but Robin some good counter. Let's go 5 at life, no effect. He takes, okay, and we'll pass. He lost the 2-cost Luffy. Is there any way for him to get that back? No, I think, what is it, like the premium booster Ace or something does, something like that. Oh, he took because he wanted to play out Ace, right? Because now he can hurt my face a lot. But we'll become a 7k leader with an 8k power blocker next turn. We have 2-2-1 right now. It's not like we're gonna die here. We can at least swing Luffy at Ace to get counter out of hand. Let's take. We might get I think I'll just keep you for a counter. Right? I don't really need to cycle out anything. Oh, he has Garp as a swing too. 6 and 6 is, or no, 5 and 6 is actually way better for me. Way better for me. 6 will counter 2. All right. So at least we'll be able to. What is he, a 4K? I don't even know. Do I want to give him back Ace? No. So that's why I'm going to go here. And we'll just get him to block out Shiraya, right? And give 1k. I should have swung for, well, no, that wouldn't have had Robin effect, right? Like as a 7k. He lets it go. Okay. Friendly target's getting arrested Don, so we're going to be at 9 Don next turn. Which will put us back down a lot with this, down to 6. And we'll go back up. Yeah, we need like a second. It's a long setup, but the fact that we get there like a turn early helps a little bit. And like this is a 6-7, so it's kind of hard to remove. He is setting up to hurt me a lot the following turn, but hopefully we are just too big of a leader. 7k, I can just block 8. So I think I have to become 7k first with Luffy, right? Is that, am I correct or no? How does that work? It becomes a base and then become, yeah. Oh, Shiraya really hurts there. All right, let's go here and go 2. I should use Veggie, but we have another. I don't want to 9. We can get out of. It's getting rough here. It's getting rough here. All right, let's go. I hope this is correct. Yes. Okay. Yes. So now I'm an 8k power leader. We did it. Yay. And I have no counter. But we have a blocker and we're an 8k. Like, come on. Let's go 8 banish because I want to get rid of that Shiraya. He's so pesky. And then we'll go 8 there. And then we'll restand you. Gain a rested. So that put us back up to 7 Don, right? Yeah. That's not bad. So we're going to go back to 9. Yeah, we essentially just stay at the same Don because Katakuri cancels out this and then we just go here. Okay, so yeah, because this makes us a base power, right? We still get the +1. It's just you can't play out 2 Luffys and become a 9k, right? But these don't like interfere with each other. Kid Killer, I think we'll survive this. We just might not have a Luffy. 7, we'll just let him go because we can play out another. Kid Killer. That's a beefy Sanji. Holy. Holy. Yeah, we might just have to win next turn. 2BH. We might be able to go because we can get rid of the Sanji and then we'll take Frankie. That means we would really just have to win next turn. Should I keep this for counter though? 5-6 Don? I don't think he can do a combo. I'm a little bit worried. I don't think he can do the combo of like playing out a 5-cost ace and then healing it and then playing it back out because he doesn't have enough Dawn. He would have to have at least 7 for that combo. He might just be okay swinging with the. Yeah, no, that's 6, 5. That's only 5. Yeah, you can't reach that. And then 9. I mean, sure. I think we're just gonna win next turn, maybe. I don't know. We'll counter 2. Okay, we got a 0-cost event. All right, let's go here. Done. Let's go 8 at life. Buff you to 8. I know this is a brick, so he counters out there. Okay, so I think we can just go here. Go here. So I'm glad I counted out. Then we'll go here. Then we'll play out blocker, resend him, gain arrested. We're an 8k, 2 blockers, 1 life. He has 3 in hand. He only has a 1k power. Karasu, so we're a 7k, still a 7k. So I think we'd survive, right? Even if he has, no, he still can't do like the cost 2, right? All right, yeah, I think we got it. It's so redundant. I think it just like the amount of time to set up is just not worth. It's just not worth, right? We'll just go 9. We'll just do normal things. We'll go 9 banish to get rid of his last life. Yeah, GG. Oh, we got Kid. He gets to choose. He's going second. We're gonna mulligan that for sure. Absolutely. Okay. So we can actually play this out on 3 Dawn and then also have something to pitch. We already have a Luffy, but he could possibly remove one. We'll pass. Luffy Searcher picks up. Yeah, I don't know. This can find us like a lot of counter and other characters, but it's always just finding us the more Luffys, which is crazy. Scratchman coming out. Okay. So he does have a blocker, so there's not really a point of just swinging 8. We can just play out Saul, and then, or we can search, right? Because I do want, yeah, let's search. Sure, that is like, I mean, we got a 2k, so that's cool. We'll just pressure out the blocker then now. I guess we dug a little deeper, so that's something, right? He blocks, of course, and we'll pass. So next turn, we can play out the Luffy. We just hope to get a Katakuri or a Kid. Obviously, Katakuri is like the better option because it's not going to really get removed for the most part. There's a lot of things that pop a 5 cost now. So the Kid is just like not... Honestly, it probably might be... It's just he's searchable, right? And it comes back as active, which is super good. Like the 3-cost pudding, although technically is easier to remove, it's debatable if your opponent wants to expend the resources that early. 5 at us will take. Robin, play out Saul. Could be all right. Could be all right. I mean, why not? Unless we just don't get a Katakuri, right? This could be our backup in 2 turns, essentially. He doesn't get to make a blocker, so that's cool. We'll go 5 at life. Honestly, yeah, we'll pitch the Saul. Do I need to? We'll just get 1k counter out of his hand. Because if I don't have a backup to help me ramp, it's just nice to be a higher Dawn, right? Here, no effect. I don't mind like swinging into the Kikinojo to let him heal if I'm just gonna banish it later, right? We'll be able to banish 2 life next turn, barring any... Maybe I should have really played out the Saul. I expected a Hawkins, but this is like a much bigger swing. By 1k, I guess. We'll go 2k for that. He could play out his own 6-cost Robin at us, which would suck. However, oh, there we go. Maybe I should have played out the Sol then. But then he wouldn't have a blocker. Oh, big swing. 6. I don't want to take, but we will. We'll keep for counter. Veggie. Okay. Okay. You can't make anything a blocker. Yeah, because it has to be a 3-cost to 8-cost. Yeah, so he can't make this a blocker. Alrighty. We'll just swing here, swing there. Swing there, swing there. Clear out his board. Ooh, we can search. That's cool. That might find us the kid. Yep. Cool. I could technically become 8k now. Is that too much though? That'll put us back 3. We're at 9. That put us to 6, going up to 8. That's not like crazy. And honestly, it's a little bit better. Because if I don't get this, then I can at least maybe survive off of being 8k. And having a lot of counter. Yeah. Alright, let's go here. We're trying here. We're trying. I am not using Gum Gum Giant though. Not using Gum Gum Giant though. Let's just see if he wants to give up the veggie. Or heal. Honestly, yeah, tempted to heal, right? Okay. So we can hope that we get a category blocker. That would like really help us. If not, then we have Kid and Gum Gum Giant for next turn. We just have to survive this turn. He doesn't have that great of rush options, truthfully, but he can go up like an insane amount of life. If he ends up getting this event through like we swing here and here first, we know he has the 7 cost, right? Still in hand. And then we can't really rely on the kid to help us because he can just use the event and then go for game, but we... I don't know. At least having 2... Okay. He's not even going to swing at our life because he's going to play out an 8 cost to trash it. Makes sense. And then he's going to have 2 blockers. Okay. And they're going to be pretty big. I can... I could play a Robin to trash it. But then that's too greedy. Too greedy. We'll save this for later, right? We'll save it for later. Oh, Law. Okay, that's even better. We'll be at 1 life still. All right, top deck Katakuri. Top deck Katakuri, please. What's he going to heal? Does he even have a Supernova? He's pretty low on hand size. He does. Does he heal another? Oh, the 2k. Okay. I don't want him to play that because that's another swing. We can just go here. It's fine, right? Gain an active. I wish we had another. Wait. Opponent's life total is 5 or less. He was at such high life he couldn't do it. Oh my. Okay. Let's go 9. Buff the leader. We're at 6 done, brother. I don't think I can afford to Gum Gum Giant. But I might have to. Let's see, what did he pick up? No trigger. Okay. So we're at 8. We just swing 9. Let's go 10, sure. Get him to block out. I kind of do want to, but... Oh, he lets that go. I guess he didn't need it. I don't know. We're an 8k leader. We might be on the come around. We just gotta like hope for a category blocker. Would have been crazy that turn. Would have been a lot better. Because we could have just played out the kid like a following turn. Right. 7. We'll go 1. I'm being greedy. 9, we'll let that go because we have another one. Right. Okay, let's see. 8 on. Katakuri, please. I'll just stick at a 6k leader probably. Because then if we have 2 blockers, maybe. Maybe. No, we wouldn't have any. Oh, no, because we get it active. Yeah, okay. So we're 0 life. That sucks. And these are both 9k, so that's a little hard. We'd have to attach it on there to swing. We could. But I doubt we get through. Okay. We could go 2 blockers, be 6k, but I think 8k is better, but still debatable. No, 2 blockers and Gum Giant might let us live. And this actually ramps us. So let's go 9. Two active. Crazy. 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can go another 9. And leave 1 open for Giant. Right? He blocks. Okay. Yeah, this is unfortunate because we just are not finding our pieces. That's why I've liked the 2-cost event before that searches anything. 4 costs or higher, because it finds all of our pieces and it's a 4-cost searcher. Probably should just put that instead of the when you're at sea, right? I think it's just better. It's not like that has counter anyway, so it's like I don't think there's a point of searching 1 less when anything I'm trying to find. Yeah, I probably should just swap that out for the EBO2 events. Yeah. Okay, we're a 6k leader, 2 blockers. 7 will counter 2. We're probably just gonna die, to be honest. But we'll try, right? Go here, go there. What the hell? Why? There's other cards in the deck, I promise. Dear Lord. We'll block. What am I supposed to do? What the hell are we doing? Oh my god. Okay. Dear Lord. Alright, at least he can't make anything a blocker. What the heck are you doing here now? Alright, dude. Okay. 1 deeper. So yeah, it would have made the difference of that 4-cost searcher 4 search versus the 3. Alright, if I go here, I might be able to just gain an active. Go 1, 2, 3, 7, 10. Do you have a 2k? Probably. Yay! Alright, we'll die now. Because unless he messes up his math somehow. Unless he swings really low or doesn't realize I'm a 7k leader. But that is just hilarious. Yeah, let me Gum Giant draw into 2 Luffys. What are we doing here? That's unfortunate. I am able to survive. I am able to survive then. 7 Don, so he doesn't have a trash Captain Kid. We'll block then. I don't know. There's just not really a world where I live in this situation, right? 10 will take. Do you have a rush option for... Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Dope. I live to see another day. There's just not a way that I live another day, though. So we'll just die here. That's fine. But it gave me info on what to do. I think just swap out that card. All right, pass. And we got Katakuri way too late, which is unfortunate, right? That's what I'm saying. It's not a great deck because we're relying on way too many pieces and it's a little inconsistent in that way, but we can make it a little bit more consistent. Yeah, maybe if he just forgets for all of the swings that I'm a 7k, we could live, you know? 8. Yeah, there's just not really a way we live. GG. Okay, yeah, so it's good. It's got a trigger. It searches 1 more. It finds essentially the same stuff and more, right? Because Katakuri can get searched from that. All of the things we wanted to search from that, like our 2k Frankie, we can still find. We just can't pick up this with anything, which then technically you could just run the yellow one, but this ramps you out of life, which is kind of nice too. Then I'm debating if we need the law at all. It's just backup to find these 3 pieces, and technically a 2K and Robin. I don't know. We'll keep him in the deck just to try and make more consistent. All right, we got ST21 Luffy. Anytime I mulligan away these Katakuris, I feel like they're just not going to show up ever again. Hey, they're here though, but our other pieces aren't. Nor do we have ways to find them, which sucks. Oh, no, we can. Until we whiff and go down 1 in hand size. That's kind of crazy. Is what it is, I guess. At least we went 4 deep and didn't find it, so maybe the likelihood that we find one in the next. We'll take Frankie's. Could draw us 1. Yeah, we're just gonna swing at you. For 6. Pitch. 0 cost, sure. And then we'll swing 5, just to hopefully he swings 1 swing here. Okay, we got a 2K. Yeah, it's the thing with these unconventional builds. The biggest downfall isn't like the game plan, right? Like becoming an AK leader on paper is pretty nice, but it's just like, how many pieces do we need to get there? Okay, 4 different pieces, technically like 3, right? That's a lot. That's a lot, right? He's just going at my face. That's rough. Okay, we'll go 2K. That's a big swing. We'll take. We got at least the 7 cost, so that's cool. All right, cool. He did eat up an attack. Not one I was hoping for. I think we might just become 6K leader. And then go here. We have a decent amount of counter. 2 life still. We'll play out Katakuri the following turn. The 6K does help us, but he's going to be swinging a lot of 7s, so probably not, actually, that much. And we have no healing, so that's also something. We can't like rely on just playing out like a big mom to heal. I probably want to put in that card. Like in a more legitimate deck, I'd probably be running that instead of this. That is unfortunate as hell, right? Wait, can he kill that? No, I thought you can only kill a 7K with that. Unless he has another one. Yeah, it only pops at 2K. Yeah, no. Doesn't KO. Nice. Okay, that's actually really good for us. Yep, gotta make sure you got your math right on stuff. We'll still probably take a lot of hits, but like that just means we probably take 1 less this turn. 8. We can go 2-1 unless this goes up to a 9. But then this would be an 8. So either way we can get out of 1. Okay. That might have just saved us, right? That one oopsie daisy. We'll see. Does he give it to leader? Okay, we'll go 2 and 1. This might just be a 7. Okay, it might still be an 8. We'll see what he picks up off of Nami. We can swing into here though, so that's good. Another Luffy, so it's not as good. We're gonna be at 8. So unfortunately no Dawn for Giant. Let's go here. Let's go here. 8 at 6. We know he has a brick in hand. Might be something. But we really do need to get rid of it. We have 2K and a bunch of 1Ks though, so we hope. Okay. Let's just swing. We know he has a brick in there, but yep, okay. We'll pass. Gain he rested. So it's unfortunate that we just like, and then finding all the pieces then on top of that going first, right? In a meta where a lot of decks like to go first. like blue purple Luffy. I think, I don't know. There's a good mix up of decks that would choose to go second, but against Robin, you probably take first, so you don't get hit with banish as early, right? But we'll see what happens if we were able to find a Luffy. Like, instead of healing, we're relying on just being a big leader, but there's just too many pieces, I think. Rush Zoro. We are 6k with an AK blocker. 5 down left. He can play out the other Luffy. And still just do too many swings probably for me. I don't know. If it's just 6, we can get out of that. Actually, yeah, if he plays out that other Luffy, we'd probably be alright. We'll go 2k. What could the 5 Don be? He attached that. Okay. Is he just going to go larger swings? 7. We'll be at 10 Don next turn, so we can play out both of these and then have Don open for Giant, which would be alright, I guess, but I'd rather just probably play out 1. 7 will block. I don't know. Is he going to go just a huge swing here? Ah, okay. So he's a 3k? He's going to 6 at 3. That's fine. That's fine. We have 2 Giants. All right, so let's go here. Even if this finds us a Luffy, there's just not a chance of us playing it out. Do we want to have 2 blockers? Maybe. All right, let's go here. We know he has another Luffy. Wait, we don't need that actually, because we didn't. Yeah, Don -2. We know he has another Luffy, so we might as well just swing 6 at life. Okay, he lost the Rush Luffy. Cool. So we're 6k. We have Gum Giant. 1 life, 2 blockers. Even if we survive this turn, like, our win condition next turn is having all of our 4 swings still. So the likelihood of that is probably nothing. I don't know. We have 1 life. We have Gum to go up to 10. Technically 11 with the counter we have in hand, barring anything else we draw into. I don't know. But then even if we win, we're not doing what I wanted to. Which always sucks. Okay. If I do become a 7k leader next turn, like, do I even live past that? Because we'll definitely be at 0 life for sure. 0 life for sure. Unless I just block out all these attacks. We'll block. We'll block. 5 Don. I don't think I have any info on his hand, right? 6. We can counter 1. Hey, maybe we'll stay at 1 life. I don't know if I even needed to stay at 1 life. Probably wanted to take... But I can't get out of a Giant if I take this. So we'll just go 1. Right, if he goes 9 and then 11 with leader ability, we wouldn't be able to just Giant out of it. We'd have to block. Okay. Big swing. 7. You can go 7 and 6. That would be kind of actually unfortunate if I had to Gum. I actually kind of wanted to Gum just to draw into better cards, right? So that's eh. Oh, okay, there we go. We'll go here. Okay. 1 Don open for like a... I don't know. Okay. For nothing, I guess. We could 2 cost to find a Katakuri. Or we could go Robin, get him down to 3. Yeah, that actually better. Okay. Yeah, let's just try and win, I guess. Trash that. We can go... I'm going to hope he doesn't have counter to get greedy with these swings. Okay. 6. And then we just hope a 9 gets us there. Okay. Hopefully 9 gets us there. If not, then okay, GG. But We just did it. It wasn't what I wanted. Oh, the 2 cost. We would have searched. Yeah, I don't know. It's like a perfect curve type of deck again. All right, we didn't get too many showings of like the AK leader that actually worked, I guess. But it's still just a funny idea, you know? I don't know. I think with this, it actually does become a little bit more consistent, but it's still like I kept talking about, like, even though these are all 4-ofs, and this is also like a piece that is almost like a backup Katakuri, right? You only technically need one of these two, either the 5-cost kit or the Katakuri, right? But still, finding like these 3 pieces, or just 3 pieces, even though there are 4 of, and you're technically searching with a couple of them, it can always not work out, especially when you kind of need it also to go first. So you're just relying on like a lot of pieces that are not totally in your control. Still a funny idea. I want to try, I will try this out again, but let me know down in the comments anything you would change or do differently. I think changing this out does help a ton. We could go crazy and just like completely take out maybe like the 6-cost Robin and just swap out things just to find these, you know? I don't know. Or like the Saul to put back in that other searcher event, just to have another way to find these pieces, right? I don't know. Definitely a fun deck idea. Not great. Again, as you can see, we weren't even able to pull off a ton of what we were trying to do, let alone win with it all the time. So yeah, a funny idea. Definitely becoming an 8K leader with Banish is a little bit annoying for your opponent, you know, but relying on finding all these pieces is troublesome, to say the least. So let me know what you think down in the comments, anything you would change or do differently. Of course, leave a like, subscribe, and hope to see you on our next one. Bye bye.